Now, I know weight painting is tedium, and sometimes that's great, and sometimes it's not great. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my joints, I'm going to make a little group node for them. This will be my skeleton group. I'm gonna stick that on a layer so that I can feel like I'm organized. And that way I can also turn them on and off. The thing that I find really helpful with facial rigging is just remembering that very few of these things actually move. The jaw is one of those things, so I'm going to take my jaw. I'm just going to press S to set a really messy keyframe here at frame 1, and then I'm going to come a couple of frames over. Doesn't matter how many frames, because this isn't a real animation. I'm just going to give that a little rotate. So now closed and open, and I can see what the differences are. That means I don't have to touch the joints for a while. I can turn the skeleton layer off completely, and now I can go through and just say, all right, I can see the vertices that are out of position. They are very, very easy to see. I might even turn symmetry on. So these vertices here are being influenced by the lower lip, and they absolutely 100% should not be. So I'm going to grab them. I'm going to maybe shift period. Is that going to help or hurt? That is going to grab these vertices, which I don't want. Let's do that again. And again, we'll just remove these vertices here. And you know what? Let's even do not any of you either. Let's not get you in there. Okay, so these vertices here should all be on the upper lip joint. Let's open up my Paint Skin Weights tool and just find that upper lip joint. This one, and let's replace and flood that out there. And right there, that's going to look a little better. But let's go back and try this again. Let's get all of you in here. Vertex mode, you and you and you, and shift period just a couple of times just to grab some extra stuff. That looks good. And we'll go in, and I honestly don't want to look at my Paint Skin Weights tool because I have to keep closing it and reopening it, so I'm just going to go in to my component editor. And again, all I am looking for is the upper lip joint. Please let me find it. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness. Let's just grab all this stuff, paint you all to the upper lip. Better. Better again. So still missing a couple of things, like you two. Oh, you say you're on the upper lip, huh? You say you're on the upper lip. How about you two? Are you two on the upper lip? No, you're just on tentacles. So let's grab that too. Go to the upper lip. Okay, getting better. Good, so that's going to maintain its volume. Let's take some of these little things that look like they belong on the lower lip. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any tentacles on here because the tentacles want to go to the tentacle joints. But all the rest of these things, these should be on the lower lip joint. There's the lower lip joint. So let's grab all of these and stick them onto the lower lip joint. And oh, look! Look at this volume that I'm maintaining now. This is so much better. I think these could probably have used a little bit of stretchiness. I may have bound them too much. to the upper lip, and that is a case where I would probably want to go into my Paint Skin Weights tool and just do a little bit of smoothing in that area. Let's try that one more time without vertices selected. Upper lip joint. Okay. Maybe we'll take that. So the nice thing about the facial rig weight paint is that it really does want to be done largely in very broad strokes. You can afford to just paint with a 0 and a 1. It's gonna be fine. The important thing is that you see right away how your model moves. So having this little animation is going to be really helpful. Oh, did you just decide to reset yourself? You are the most annoying little model, aren't you? You didn't animate yourselves, did you? That would be crazy. I'm going to assume that I've just got a weird display issue going on. I have a chart somewhere that should show you about what the facial rig weight paint should be. Essentially, you're going to paint kind of just in areas. So I'm going to get out my blue pencil and show you what those areas are, and then I'm going to turn this off and do the weight paint. So this area up here, this is the upper lip. This area down here, this is the lower lip. You'll paint this to the ear joints. You'll paint this to the neck joint, and everything else, everything that isn't selected, so the nose, the head, the back of the head, the back of the neck, the jowl, all of this stuff here, all of that goes to the freeze joint. Obviously the face tentacles will want to go to the face tentacle joints. Those will be separate, but other than those, you're just going to paint in really broad strokes. Just paint everything to freeze and then go back, neck, lower jaw, upper lip, ear. Big segments. That's actually going to get you the best rig. So don't worry, we'll be going back and redoing the weight painting later, but for the most part, that's all you need to do. Upper lip, lower lip, neck, freeze, ear, and the face tentacles. Okay, do your best. This is the tedious part. Get as much done as you can, and I will see ya in the next video.